In this video, we will show you everything you need to know about Instagram's version of TikTok, known as Reels. Before we go over how to create a reel and some business opportunities for you, let's first discover what Reels are and where you can find them. They are short form video content in vertical mode, so the full 9:16 portrait. They are 3 to 15 second videos, and they are filmed either directly within the Reels camera, or you can upload any videos from your camera roll. They can be filmed as one full take or a series of takes stitched together. And they are mobile only, meaning you can only upload them via your mobile device. All you have to do is swipe right from your home screen to open your Stories camera, and that's where Reels are located. Before we jump into creation mode, let's take a quick look at where you can find them around Instagram. They're pretty much everywhere. Even if you didn't know it, you've probably seen a bunch of Reels already. They could be in the Explore page, a chance for you to find content from people you don't already follow. They're also in your home feed if people that you follow have created them. They could also be in the Stories. And there's also a Reels tab on the profile of anyone who has now created a Reels video. You'll recognize a Reels video because it has this icon somewhere on the video, usually in the lower left corner. Once you view a Reels video, be it from the Explore or your home feed, and you've opened it up in full view, you can swipe up to scroll through more Reels videos until you leave that feed. Now, what you've been waiting for, how to create your own Instagram Reel. So the first step is to access the Reels camera. You want to go to your home feed on the Instagram app, and you're going to swipe right on the screen to open what was the Stories camera. You will see at the bottom of the camera interface, Live, Story, and Reels. If you don't see Reels as an option, make sure that you have updated your Instagram app to the most recent version. Once in the Reels camera, you will see all the navigation tools along the left side of the screen. At the very top, you'll see the settings, and note that it's going to import all of your same settings from your Instagram Stories. If you've blocked anybody or have certain share settings set up, those are mimicked from your Instagram Stories. The other icons on the left side of the screen are for shooting and editing your videos. If you want to add any effects to your videos, you have to add them at this point before you start shooting your video. You can't go back and edit them afterwards. For business profiles, there are 3 options on that left side: speed, effects, and timer. Tap on speed to change your speed either faster or slower for recording. Tap on effects to get what are Instagram filters for your video. And you can use the timer option to set a timer on your recording, allowing you to do hands-free recording for that clip. If you're not using a business profile and instead you're using either a creator or a personal profile, you'll see that magic 4th option, and that is the audio option, which is where the music is stored. This is not available to business profiles for the same reason business profiles don't have the music sticker in Instagram Stories, and it all has to do with copyright rules. Now that you're ready to start recording, it's worth noting that you can film one full clip or multiple clips that will be stitched together. Now you are ready to record. Press and hold the large shutter button at the bottom of the screen. As you're recording, you will notice a red bar appear across the top of the screen. This is your timer that shows you how far into the 15 seconds you have gone. Additionally, as you film multiple clips back to back, that red bar will designate where one clip ends and another one begins, as well as how many clips you have. If you didn't want to manually press and hold the shutter button, here's where you can use that timer feature. Drag the timer to where you want it to start and stop recording and be ready to go. When you have finished recording that clip and you release the shutter button, you will see 2 arrows appear, one on either side of the shutter button. The left facing arrow on the left side is a replay of the clip you just filmed. Tap on that to be able to trim that clip down or to delete it. To trim your clip, tap on the scissors button and drag the slider to the start and stop point you want for that clip. Or if you just want to delete it, click on the trash can icon and then agree to discard that clip. There's an X at the top of the screen. That is to delete and discard the entire video. If you only want to delete one clip, use that back arrow, and then you're going to use the trash can icon to delete just the most recent clip. In addition to filming within the Reels camera itself, you can also upload content from your camera roll, but only videos. It will not support uploading photos. To access your camera roll, you'll see the little square in the very bottom left of the toolbar. Tap on that to open your camera roll. Scroll through and find the video you want to upload. Once it's in the Reels video, it will automatically crop that video to the amount of time remaining in your video. If it's a full 15 seconds you have available, you'll get 15 seconds of that uploaded video. If you've already uploaded a couple clips and you only have 10 seconds remaining, it will crop to a 10-second frame. From there, you can choose what amount of the original video you want to include by dragging the slider left and right to pick the frames you want to include in that video. Once you've selected the portion of the video you want to include, tap Upload in the upper right corner to add it to your Reels video. Here's a fun tool that they added to Instagram Reels. It's called Align. So if you're adding multiple clips and you want to align your frames to match up from one clip to the next, use the Align feature, which when you tap on it, brings up a translucent final image from your last video and will show you where that video ended off. Now you can overlay your existing camera shot on that previous one to make sure that everything lines up perfectly before you hit record again. It makes it really easy to keep your camera all aligned sequence to sequence. But another pro tip, use a tripod and don't move your camera. Once you've stopped filming, moved your phone and put it away someplace else, even with the Align feature, it can be hard to get everything back into the same lighting and same alignment every time. Now that you're happy with your final creation of all of these clips, it's time to move on to the final stage of editing. Tap on the right-facing arrow next to the shutter button and you'll get to the editing screen. Here's where you can add those overlays, the text, doodles, and stickers. Doodles and stickers work just like they do on stories. You can paste them anywhere on the video and they will stay on the entire video sequence. Text, however, can come in or leave as you please. To add a text box, simply choose the text option, choose the font style, color, background, any of those features that you want. Then you'll see the slider appear at the bottom and you can drag the start and stop points of that slider for where that text will come in and leave throughout the video. So you can have the text appear where you just pointed. If you have multiple text boxes on the screen, the one that you're selecting will be highlighted white. You can also add some of those standard Instagram filters that we're used to seeing for stories. Just swipe left or right on that near finished video to alternate through the various filters and choose which one to apply to the entire video as a whole. Once you're done editing the whole video, you can save your video now. You'll see the down-facing arrow at the top of the screen. Tap on that to save the completed video to your camera roll. If you're planning on editing this video in multiple stages, you may want to save that video at the end of a sequence to reuse later as you're adding more clips. Now that your Reels is ready for upload, tap on the right arrow at the bottom of the screen and you'll be taken to the share screen. On the share screen, you're going to notice two tabs at the top, Reels and Stories. Before we edit our cover, caption, and other information for your Reels video, it's important to note that if you plan to share this to your stories, you want to share to your stories first. Once you've shared to your Reels or your feed, you can no longer go back, as of right now, and edit or share to your stories. So to share to your stories, tap on the Stories tab, and you're gonna see the option to share to your story, share to close friends, or share via direct message to any of your friends or any groups that you're a part of. Simply choose the options you wanna share to, tap share, and off it goes. It's worth noting here that you have not edited and you cannot at this time edit the post before it goes out to your stories or to a DM. What this means is you can't add any more doodles, any text, any interactive stickers. You can't tag a person or a location. You can't add hashtag stickers. It's gonna go out just as the video was created. Now that you've shared to your stories, go back to the Reels tab, and now we can edit and format everything in this section. First, you wanna edit your cover. Tap on the thumbnail, drag the slider anywhere you want through the length of the video to pick the exact frame you want as your cover image. To add that custom cover image on iOS devices, you'll clearly see where it says add from camera roll, you can tap on that. On Android devices, you're gonna wanna swipe up on the screen to see the option to add from gallery, then select the cover image that you want and it will upload as your cover image. Tap done when you've selected your cover image to return to the share screen, and now we can edit your caption. The caption for a Reels video works just like a caption for an Instagram feed post. You have 2,200 characters and you can use up to 30 hashtags. Here's a big warning though. If you exceed 2,200 characters or if you use more than 30 hashtags, then your caption will not post. You will not receive an error message. You will not get any warning that you've exceeded the limit. So make sure to watch those limits and don't use more than 30 hashtags in your caption. Write up your caption as you want it to appear in the Instagram feed. It's worth noting, however, that although the caption will appear on the Reels video, the average Reels viewer will not tap and read that caption. As a result, you want to make sure that any calls to action or clear directions for the audience are in the video itself and that you're not relying on the caption for those calls to action or directives. Now that your caption's done, your cover photo has been chosen, you get to choose where you want to share it. It will automatically go to the Reels feed on your profile. However, you also have the choice to share it to your feed. To upload it, just tap that big blue share button and it's out there for the world to see. If you weren't quite ready to share that post yet and you wanted to save a video as a draft to come back and edit later, tap on that and all the edits and formatting that you've done to this point will be saved with that draft. To access your drafts, you're going to go to your profile, tap on the Reels icon to open up your Reels grid, and the first image you see will say drafts. Tap on that and you will open up the gallery of all the drafts that you've saved. Tap on any one you want to select to edit and then you will be taken back to the share screen. From there in the top right corner is the option to edit. Here's something funky. It's going to ask you if you want to discard your changes. You haven't made any changes, so just go ahead and say discard and it will take you back into the editing stages where you can film more clips and do anything else to add and enhance your existing draft. Here's a warning though, when you're saving a video as a draft, once you've done any edits or if you're ready to upload it at that point, you can only share it to your Reels and or your feed, not to your stories. Now that you have at least one Reels video out there for the world to see, you have that Reels icon on your profile. You can tap on that at any point to see all the Reels that you've uploaded. You will also see on the bottom corner of those videos your view counts for each of those Reels videos so you can see which ones are getting the most views and performing best. You can actually share a Reels to your story and add all the normal story features. Select the story. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see the like, comment, and share icon. Tap on the share icon and choose the option to share to your story. This will put the Reels in there as a separate video, not a full story, and you can pinch and zoom to make it smaller, larger, fit within there. And now, because you're uploading a normal story with a video embedded, you can add location tags, mention tags, interactive stickers, or anything else you would normally do with a full-fledged Instagram story. You can also tap any Reels video from your Reels feed to get a little bit more information on insights. You'll see the likes and the comments. Tap on either one of those icons to see the people that liked the video or the comments that were left. If you tap that three-dot button, a screen will pop up with various options. You can choose to delete the video. You can choose to remove the Reels from your grid. You can also grab and copy the URL so you can share that anywhere else. And there's a share to option that'll allow you to share that video externally. And there's a save option. There's actually two save options. They're kind of confusing. Save video will download the video to your camera roll. So if you didn't do that during the upload process, you can still do it here. The save option will save your video to your Instagram saved posts and any collections that you have in your saved galleries. So that's how you find and create Instagram Reels, but there's a few more limitations you should know about. It's a 15-second limit on videos as of right now. There's also no duet feature. If you're familiar with that over on TikTok, that feature is not available on Instagram. Another TikTok feature you might be used to is the bookmarking music function. That is not available in Instagram Reels. There's also no progress bar when you're watching an Instagram Reels. So you don't know how long the video is or where you are in the video. And as a result, you can't back up in the video either. If you want to watch something again, you have to let it play through and start all over. Another limitation to Instagram Reels Reels is the lack of insights available on your videos. You can see your view count and you can see your comments and your likes, but there's no other data like retention, followers gained, anything else that you would normally see in your Instagram insights. So what can businesses do to use Instagram Reels? Here's a few ideas. If you do a lot of tutorials or DIY videos or tips and advice, you can easily do those in the form of an Instagram Reels. You can create behind the scenes videos, meet the staff videos, or other information about your business that your audience would find valuable. Businesses with physical products can find some really fun ways to create stop motion or quick transition videos to show their product in use, or in the fashion industry to change out outfits super quick in a short, fun video. If you have a product that requires assembly, you could create a stop motion video that shows each stage of the assembly process so that your audience knows exactly what to get into when they purchase that product. Before you jump headfirst into creating content for your brand, I highly recommend you scroll through some Instagram Reels for some inspiration. Look at other accounts that you follow, other brands in your industry, or just what other people are doing within the explore options that show up for you. Get a real feel for what works on Instagram and what inspires you to create more content. And if you want a refresher on all of Instagram's other features, check out this playlist on all of the Instagram organic strategies. And if you want my super secret recipe that I tell everybody about hashtags for growth and exposure, check out this video.